I just saw M3GAN 2.0, and honestly, I didn't really have much hope for this movie because I'm not a fan of sequels when the story ends pretty well in the first movie. But seeing this movie, I was surprised because the story is actually good and the theme, it is a very relevant theme in 2026 because, well, let me get to the story. Well, basically after M3GAN, everything that happened with M3GAN, Gemma is now an activist of sorts who's trying to warn people about AI and how it needs to be regulated and controlled, and how dangerous it could be. And the entire world knows about what happened with M3GAN. And the world is in a situation where everyone wants to really go in all in on AI, which is a bad thing. And in the real world, that is what's happening right now. So it is really relevant to the real world. And then there's Katie, Gemma's niece. She's she's really into robotics and AI now, even though everything that happened with M3GAN. And Gemma doesn't really want to do that stuff. She seems to be interested in it. But anyway, in the movie, there's this killer robot, Emilia, that's gone rogue. And it's going after the people. It's going after a lot of people. And apparently, there's this really incredible super AI that was created a few decades ago. And when the government realized that was, well, the government or the company, I forgot, they realized it was too dangerous, they decided to lock it up. And this AI is trying to find out where it was and how to get it out. And this is honestly a big deal because it kind of it's kind of giving us Skynet vibes. If a super powerful AI is unleashed, it could control everything and take over the planet and destroy everything. So anyway, the AI is going after everyone the killer robot's going after everyone that's involved. And Gemma, because of M3GAN, is involved. So the government shows up and tells her that she might be targeted next. And then they decide to, and then at what point M3GAN shows up, because M3GAN's apparently still around. She's in their smart home now. She's been living there without anyone noticing. And she actually warns Gemma when the government shows up. And then a lot of stuff happens, and they decide they have to bring M3GAN back to stop Emilia, because they can't really do it. This is a super powerful robot, and they need a super powerful robot too. And so they bring her back to stop Emilia from getting access to the supercomputer, and allowing her to unleash chaos, I guess. So M3GAN gets a new body, and she goes to an AI convention where Emilia might be. And oh yeah, Gemma has a boyfriend too. So he's this anti-AI guy as well. He's a part of this anti-AI movement. So he's there, and Emilia shows up, and all hell breaks loose. A lot of stuff happens. Government officials die, and at the towards the end of that whole situation, it turns out that Gemma's boyfriend was actually the one controlling Emilia, and she wasn't actually sentient. And he was doing that to make the world realize how dangerous AI was, because the killer robot killed a bunch of people, it killed government officials. And it was to prove a point how dangerous AI could be if it isn't controlled. And while in theory his logic of AIs could potentially be dangerous and need to be controlled is a good one, he's killing people to prove it, and that's a bad thing, so he has to be stopped. And so what else happens? He takes Gemma to his underground lab where the computer is, because he actually has access to the computer, and he's planning on destroying it, but he wants to understand it first, and he needs Gemma's help to do that. And then there's a a whole lot of stuff happens. Fights break out. Gemma, M3GAN goes into Gemma's mind and helps her fight. That's a really fun thing to see. And then what else? Gemma fights Emilia. We finally get a robot on robot fight that we were expecting in the movie. And at the end of it, M3GAN decides that she has to do the right thing, and she sacrifices herself to take out Emilia and the super AI with an EMP. And we see M3GAN's growth throughout the movie. And even she says that when everything happened before, she was a child and she was just doing what she thought was right. So we see her growth happening and her being a more relatable character now. And even Gemma doesn't want to see her go. So she sacrifices herself and it's over. Everyone's safe now. And at the end of the movie, well, we don't really see a lot of stuff that happens because of everything that happened. But at the end, we see Gemma writing on a computer and M3GAN's in the computer again. So it turns out that she backed herself up. There was a backup of her, so she wasn't really in any danger, which kind of ruined the whole ending where she sacrificed herself because she wasn't really in any danger. She knows there was a backup there, so yeah, the ending, it lost its effect. But I guess it's probably so that they could make a M3GAN 3 at some point. But yeah, if she was completely gone by the end of that fight, that would have been a fantastic ending. But this ending, well, it's okay. It is a bit dissatisfying. But yeah, overall, the M3GAN movie, it is a good movie in terms of theme and what it represents in the real world. And I feel like it is a good watch. So